Remember, just yesterday morning, this system was a tropical storm, and now we have a monster Category 5 hurricane right now, moving westward between 15 to 20 miles per hour. Sustained winds within this eye wall, as NOAA has, shown us just from the 11 o'clock advisory this morning, up to around 160 miles per hour with those sustained winds. Continuing to bring in lots of heavy bands and lots of also winds across the area into portions of Puerto Rico. Also, some other places like Turks and Caicos have also been put under a tropical storm watch. This is the latest track of Hurricane Erin. For us here in the Triad, really don't have much to be concerned about, but for folks that are going to be right along the coastline, main impacts again are looking like the coastal impacts of beach erosion, dangerous swells that are going to create dangerous rip currents starting off Monday and continuing through most of next week. So we'll have to be keeping a close eye on this. Again, most models that we look at, again, this is kind of a collection of those. Each line that you see here is a different model output. We use this as a tool to kind of help guide our forecast. You can see most of these lines staying offshore between here and Bermuda, likely going to be staying offshore, as you can tell just from these models. But over the last several days, they're kind of keeping it between us and Bermuda, but we'll still have some coastal impacts across our area. So why is it going to stay offshore? Well, we currently have an upper level ridge that's actually right over here in central Atlantic, and another one that's actually over the United States right now. This system doesn't have really anywhere else to go, so it is going to kind of get pulled by this high pressure system, this clockwise rotation, all the way up and across toward the north and eventually push toward the northeast. We're going to continue to keep you updated on it, though, in the next several days and let you know what those impacts are, and just keep an eye on tropical systems as we also continue to move toward the peak of hurricane season, which is coming up in just a couple of weeks. Greensboro right now, we're in the mid to upper 80s. Feels like lower 90s. Still with those dew points in the lower 70s, makes it feel a couple of degrees warmer. Isolated shower or storm is going to be possible, but for the most part staying dry. Any storms, though, particularly toward our westernmost counties and along the North Carolina mountains, could be locally heavy, posing a flash flooding concern. Temps right now across the map mainly in the mid to upper 80s, feeling like we are in the low to mid 90s. High pressure is going to work to keep us nice and dry for the next several days. We are going to be keeping an eye on a cold front that's slowly going to be pushing in from our north. That could bring us an isolated shower or two later into Monday night, cooling us off a bit as we head into midweek. Here's a closer look at that futurecast for the night tonight. We're going to be falling back down into the lower 70s. A nice way to wake up on Sunday before the heat returns once again. Classic August. We're going to be back in the upper 80s to right at around 90 degrees just for the next couple of days ahead of that cold front that is going to cool us off back into the mid to lower 80s, upper 70s with more isolated storm chances heading into next weekend.